Hello and welcome along to our review of racing season 2010, and what a year for Singapore racing. From the magic of Moreira to the brilliance of Burridge, from Race Ahead in the Derby and Gingerbread Man in the Juvenile Championship. And of course the international races on a wet May night, with Hong Kong's Green Birdie in the KrisFly International and South Africa's Liz's Desire in the Singapore Airlines International Cup. But undoubtedly the stars of 2010 were our very own equine wonders, Rocket Man and Better Than Ever. How do you compare a horse that started only 4 times against local company at Kranji for 4 unbelievable victories and took on the world's best sprinters for 2 luckless seconds in the Dubai Golden Shaheen and the KrisFly International, and then taking on the planet's best at the season-ending Hong Kong Carnival? And a freak that had decimated every local galloper that had tried to lower his colours in an unbeaten run of 7 in 2010 before weight, weather and fate finally lowered his colours in November in the Gold Cup. The simple answer is you don't. You sit back, admire and thank your lucky stars that you were around to witness them at their very best. Let's savour the moment, racegoers. You're seeing one of the best in the world, and he cruises home Rocket Man by 5 lengths over. But look at him go, Better Than Ever. He's going to race away and win the Guineas in a hand canter. He bolts in Rocket Man. Rocket Man by 6 over Bionic Boy. He's undefeated. He's a millionaire, and it's only the beginning. He wins his 10th straight win, Better Than Ever, by 4 lengths. Rocket Man is back to where he belongs, and that's in the winner's circle. With a gallant second to Hong Kong's outstanding sprinter Sacred Kingdom in the 2009 KrisFly International Sprint, the future of Singapore's latest equine superstar Rocket Man looked assured. That was until a condylar fracture of the offside cannon bone was discovered in the days after the race. After an operation and almost 8 months of recuperation, the work of the Shaw Stable and the Singapore Turf Club veterinarian team was to be tested in Rocket Man's first barrier trial in January. And also stands out but well into the straight and Rocket Man with his ears pricked. He's out about 2.5 lengths over Dr. Lemon, going quite nicely. Then came That's Gold, finishing on My Hero down the outside. Rocket Man below the furlong. He's at 1.25 lengths over Dr. Lemon, who's going very well on his outside. That's Gold just off them. Rocket Man's in front of Dr. Lemon, and That's Gold, and it's going to be Rocket Man back in town to win it by 3/4 length. Rocket Man over the stablemate Dr. Lemon, then came That's Gold. With the all clear given, all was set for the champ's comeback race, and Singapore held its breath and cheered their idol home as Rocket Man easily accounted for his local opposition on the poly track.
As they turn into the stretch, and then Perfect Sky, Robbie Fradd sitting quietly, gives him a little bit more rain, and Rocket Man goes on with it. 200 metres to go. Rocket Man drops them off as if they weren't there. He's 3 lengths on Mooring, then Capablanca and Perfect Sky, but it's to infinity and beyond for Rocket Man. He looks after him down to the wire, puts him back on the bit, and Rocket Man scores by 5.
With no signs of discomfort from the injury, it was next stop Dubai for Rocket Man and his first foreign campaign. The preparation for his tilt at the Group 1 Golden Shaheen was perfect, and international glory looked within the grasp of the son of Mac Rosa.
First of the Group 1. They're racing in the Dubai Golden Shaheen, and Ben Bourne and One World quickly away. Rocket Man began well, is now mastering pace, and there is Japan's Laurel Guerrero tearing out of the pack to go to the front as they go past the 1,000 metres mark. Rocket Man is a length away second. One World on the fence behind the pace. Kinsale King going up deep, and then Ben Bourne, Force Freeze and Mathebe out wide. 1.5 lengths away Eagle Falls on the inside of Gallego, and Regal Parade hard ridden 3 wide at the tail of the field. Laurel Guerrero the leader, halfway through the bend, past the 600 metres mark, led by a neck. Kinsale King is second, Muthib went to third. Rocket Man fourth, sweating on the heels of the leaders, then Forced Freeze. Gallego and Regal Parade come to the outside. One World on the fences. Kinsale King hit the lead from Laurel Guerrero. Muthib, Rocket Man is now getting room. One World going for the same split. Kinsale King in front past the 200. Rocket Man and One World are giving chase. Kinsale King in front. Rocket Man's coming. The post is looming up. Kinsale King in front. Straight round the bend. Doesn't matter. USA. Kinsale King beat Rocket Man. One World third.
With the disappointment of Dubai behind them, the Rocket Man team set their dreams on their home ground international Group 1, the 2010 KrisFly International. But first, a warm-up against local opposition in the $500,000 domestic Group 1 Lion City Cup.
Racing in the Lion City Cup, and Rocket Man jumped away well. He takes him to the early lead. Now Tuxedo Moon's up into second placing, and then Mexican Rose followed by Entini. Fantastic Owners. Powerful Trees being ridden back, and then White Caddo followed by Cheyenne Dancer and Future Babies at the rear. Rocket Man in his favourite role, rolling along here by 3 parts of a length on Mexican Rose. Now a length and a half on Mexican Rose. Tuxedo Moon close up third, then Entini. They're followed by Powerful Tree, Fantastic Owners, White Caddo, Cheyenne Dancer. Future Baby can't keep up with them. He's a dozen lengths off Rocket Man, 600 metres to go. And Rocket Man travels strongly for Robbie Fred. He's got a good hold of him. A length and a half on Mexican Rose, then Tuxedo Moon followed by Entini. Then Powerful Tree there followed by White Caddo, Fantastic Owners. Into the straight, 375 to go. Rocket Man going strongly here. Fred puts the foot down and he puts 3 lengths on Mexican Rose. Tuxedo Moon is staying on, and then White Caddo, Entini. And a long way back is Powerful Tree. Rocket Man is back to where he belongs, and that's in the winner's circle. And Robbie Fred, pretty kind to win the last 100. Doesn't need the persuader. Eases him down. He scores by 2.5 lengths. Good to see the Rocket back.
While proving dominant against the locals, it was against the world's best that Rocket Man needed to shine. And while the preparation for his second attempt to win Singapore's signature sprint, the Chris Flyer, were perfect, it was to be another heartbreaking narrow defeat on a wet and miserable May night at Kranji.
Set. Racing in the Chris Flyer. A good start. Mariol can't go in the early part, and there goes Gold Trail from Rocket Man and Mexican Rose. Green Birdie holds up in fourth, then Eagle Falls. They're followed by Joy and Fun Entini. Mariol slipping up on the rails inside of Happy Zero. Cheyenne Dancer goes back to last after 200 metres, and Gold Trail is the leader by half a length now on Rocket Man. Green Birdie close at hand third. Mexican Rose 1 out 1 back. Eagle Falls travels strongly in 5th position. He's going between runners, Eagle Falls, as they come down beside. They're followed by Joy and Fun giving a push. Then Entini, Mariol. Happy Zero's giving the maid, and then Cheyenne Dancer. They're coming towards the bend in the Chris Flyer. 4:50 to go. Rocket Man first to set his sights on the winning post. Gold Trail trying to kick towards his inside. Green Birdie lurks. He's up to third placing and finishes off okay. Then Eagle Falls, and they're followed by Mexican Rose and Joy and Fun. Gold Trail with a kick for Australia. Green Birdie, Rocket Man on the outside. Green Birdie's coming after Rocket Man. Rocket Man's just in front. Green Birdie's lifting. Green Birdie beats Rocket Man, and it's Hong Kong again. Third close.
Yes, it was indeed Fred Crappy, the owner of Rocket Man. He's a gallant champion, just not to be again, Fred.
It looks like it. I don't know. What can I say? He did everything right there today. It was just like to hear from Robbie how he handled the going, but I mean, he did his best, and you can't expect any more from Moores.
He's a mighty warrior, so condolences, but he's run a mighty race, and he'll be back for another go.
Yeah, I'm sure we will, and definitely we'll be back, and we'll take it next time.
Green Birdie followed his fellow Hong Kong sprinter Sacred Kingdom as Rocket Man's nemesis in the Chris Flyer. However, Rocket Man was to seek revenge on their turf later in the year. Speaking of revenge, South Africa's Lizard's Desire came to Singapore for the Singapore Airlines International Cup, seeking to avenge his nose defeat to reigning SI8 Cup champion Gloria de Campio in the Dubai World Cup in March.
Gates open, they're off and running, and Jolly Shinju flew out of the inside, and Gloria de Campio goes forward together with White Caddo. Then there's a wall of horses behind them. Kicking up on the rails is Gold Chats, and then La Halib, Yaman and Kingley, Lizard's Desire, tries to push over closer to the inside as El Shamali kicks up as well. Press first, got a bit of a tighten up as they head out of the straight as he tried for an inside run. El Dorado is back second last and 2 lengths away to Dravetti. Heading out of the straight, 1,700 metres to go, and Jolly Shinju has it on her own. She's out 5 lengths on Gloria de Campio, 2 lengths to White Caddo. Gold Chats the rails. They're followed by La Halib, El Shamali. Lizard's Desire couldn't get over. He's 3 deep as they head into the back stretch. He's trying to work over a bit closer now, and he does. Just behind those horses over on the inside is Pressfus, who's a little closer. Yaman and Kingley to his outside, a couple of lengths to El Dorado, and Dravetti is 2 lengths away at the tail. We've got 2 races here. Jolly Shinju, Gloria de Campio in one race, the rest are in another. These 2 have bolted away by about 6 lengths on White Caddo in third. They're followed by Gold Chats, La Halib, El Shamari. The next one is, as they run down the side of the course, Lizard's Desire. They're followed by Precipice, then Yavin and Kingley, El Dorado, and Dravetti drops out to last. 600 metres to go. Jolly Shinju tried to make all, and she's doing well. She's out 2 lengths on Gloria de Campio. 5 lengths away to White Caddo, then La Halib, Gold Chats. The next one is El Shamali. They're followed by Lizard's Desire coming to the outside. Precipice in a similar position to last year. He gives them 6 lengths turning for home. Jolly Shinju with a kick. Gloria de Campio moves up to Jolly's. Gloria de Campio goes to the lead by a length on Jolly Shinju. Now they're starting to close. Lizard's Desire is coming home well. White Caddo, El Shamali is still there. Gloria de Campio can see Lizard's Desire coming. Lizard's Desire on the outside of Gloria de Campio. Gloria de Campio tries to kick, but Lizard's Desire squares the leader and gets there by a neck on Gloria de Campio.
After the excitement, and in Rocketman's case the disappointment of International Night, it was time for the champ to take a well-earned break. He returned in September with a new jockey, champion South African Felix Coetzee, with a view to contesting the Sprinters Stakes in Tokyo. As Coetzee gave it an inch of leather, got out by 2. The lightweight on the back of Bionic Boy is beginning to run on down the outside, followed by Break Free and Tini Capablanca. Rocket Man, he had to be dug up here with a big weight on his back. He's clear by 2 lengths over Bionic Boy, then Intini and Capablanca. The Rocket Man nicely clear. The Rocket Express pulls into Kranji. Next stop, Tokyo. Let's hope he goes with a bit of lady luck. He bolts in Rocket Man. Rocket Man by 6 over Bionic Boy and Tini Capablanca. The Japan trip was aborted just days before his scheduled flight due to concerns regarding his loss of body weight. Patrick, we found out this morning you've had to make the very difficult decision to abandon the Japan trip.
Yes, you know, I've been a bit concerned over the last week. His weight's been very stable at around about 471, which is 2 down from his racing weight in Singapore, and he raced 473 here last time. And you know, with a trip you always seem to lose between 4 to 5% of the horse's body weight, so that's a huge concern. Had the race been run here or whatever, it would be a pleasure, but at the moment I've got to think of him and the weight he's going to lose, and it's a big blow for myself, the owner, the club. But you know, at the end of the day, I've just got to make a new decision and maybe go the Hong Kong route.
So the plans would be now to really set him for Hong Kong and get him fully ready for that?
Yes, I've got an alternative program, which will be the Hong Kong trial. He'll have a race here before he goes, the Hong Kong trial on the 21st of November, and then he stays in Hong Kong for that period until the 12th of December and races in the sprint.
I saw him this morning. He looked magnificent once again. I spoke with Baron Vorster. He said he worked terrific. It's just a body weight issue and the fact that he might not hold his condition in Japan.
Yes, you know, like I said, if the race was tomorrow, run tomorrow, and I was in Japan, I'd be over the moon, because 2-3 kilos you can put up overnight. But it's the travelling that's bothering me, and it's a bit difficult to travel to Japan because you've got 2 quarantines, so also a bit of an issue. But obviously I've learnt a lot from this trip, and hopefully next year I'll be there a month before.
With Rocket Man having to compete right-handed for the first time, it was decided to give him a prep run at Hong Kong Sha Tin Racecourse in the Cathay Pacific Jockey Club Sprint in late November. But first, a final chance for his adoring fans to witness the super sprinter in the flesh at Kranji, and the ride of a lifetime for dedicated Shaw stable rider Baron Vorster. He got out by 2.5 lengths. Fantastic Owners through on the inside, a powerful ruler, and Bionic Boy's back at the tail. 350 metres to go in the Garden City Trophy, and Rocket Man nicely clear. He's out by 2.5, 3 lengths over Fantastic Owners. Powerful rulers under the whip, followed by Bionic Boy, but 200 metres to go. Rocket Man, he's in a race of his own. He's nicely clear of Fantastic Owners and Bionic Boy, but savour the moment, racegoers. You're seeing one of the best in the world, and he cruises home, Rocket Man, by 5 lengths over Fantastic Owners. Again, the lead-up looked perfect for Rocket Man as he travelled and settled into his new home at Sha Tin's quarantine stables perfectly. With Coetzee aboard in an international race for the first time, Singapore held its breath as the pride of the island took top billing on one of the world's great stages.
And the gates crash back, they're off. Getting it off to a great start, Dim Sum and Sweet Sonette, they're vying for the early lead. Rocket Man and Multi Glory go forward, and Little Bridge will just sit on the back of the speed. Caught wide, Our Lucky Baby from Tai Singye, One World, Sacred Kingdom, Lucky 9 3 wide from Let Me Fight and Cerise Cherry's last. Dim Sum a clear leader into the first turn. By 2 on Sweet Sonette, Multi Glory, Rocket Man down to the fence in fourth. Our Lucky Baby 3 wide improving. Little Bridge on the bridle midfield from Tai Singye and Sacred Kingdom taking closer order 3 deep. A length to One World, Cerise Cherry, Lucky 9's 3 wide, second last, and Let Me Fight's at the rear. Onto the turn in the Jockey Club sprint. Dim Sum in front of Sweet Sonette. Multi Glory's off the bridle. Rocket Man fourth on the fence from Little Bridge. Now Sacred Kingdom gets going. Shot past Our Lucky Baby. One World and Lucky 9 just labouring a fraction. It's Dim Sum the leader, but Sacred Kingdom's got him in his sights. Little Bridge running a cheeky race. One World's running on from Lucky 9. Sacred Kingdom's going after Dim Sum. Rocket Man is spearing through near the rails. Rocket Man and One World the outside. Oh, Rocket, I'd say.
With Rocket Man conclusively proving himself as a world-class sprinter, he was the talk of Hong Kong in the lead-up to the Cathay Pacific International Sprint. After drawing well in Barrier 6, everything was in place for an epic at Sha Tin.
And they're racing. Lucky 9 taken back, and One World has really overdone it. He settles 4 lengths last. And Dim Sum, Rocket Man and Ultra Fantasy have all jumped well. JJ the jet plane to 4th, Sacred Kingdom 5th. Let Me Fight improving his position from Kingsgate Native. Then Hortensia. Cerise Cherry goes forward 3 deep. A length further back to Little Bridge, Green Birdie, Joy and Fun. Then Lucky 9 being urged along, and 2 out the back to One World, who stands them a huge start today. And it's the stablemate Dim Sum tearing along in the lead by a length and a half to Ultra Fantasy. Rocket Man in striking distance third. JJ the jet plane, Sacred Kingdom next, with Sacred Kingdom in a pocket for the moment. Then Let Me Fight, Cerise Cherry, Kingsgate Native, and a long break to Green Birdie and Lucky 9 as they straighten up. And Dim Sum is the leader from Ultra Fantasy. Rocket Man's charging at them, so's JJ the jet plane. Sacred Kingdom back towards the rails, has got work to do, but he's digging in now. The champ Sacred Kingdom, he's going after Rocket Man and JJ the jet plane. Rocket Man in front. JJ, he won't go away. JJ lunges at Rocket Man and JJ the jet plane.
It came down to inches as South Africa's JJ the jet plane edged out Rocket Man in a race to remember, with Hong Kong Sacred Kingdom a gallant third. Heartbreak again for Rocket Man, but as always, trainer Pat Shaw was gracious in defeat.
Patrick, another mighty effort.
Yes, great run, no excuses, hard-fought win from JJ and him. They put in their best efforts. In fact, even the third horse, Sacred Kingdom, great runs from all 3 of them.
Yeah, as you say, you had every chance in the run, but when it gets down to a short head, you need an element of luck, and this guy just doesn't have the luck in these big races.
Yes, obviously, I wouldn't say he hasn't had the luck. I think a few occasions he has had the luck. But as far as this race goes, I think he fought hard a little bit earlier than we anticipated with the Sacred Kingdom. And once he had fought off Sacred Kingdom, he had a second fight on his hand, and it is hard to have the second fight.
In the run, you must have been very happy.
I was happy in the run. Felix placed him very well. In fact, 200 out, I thought if he kicks now, we're going to win. And up until the 50, I thought we would win.
As for the international Group 1s, he's been placed second in each of them. Where do we go now? Dubai next time?
Yes, obviously he'll go home now, have a break, and then go back to the poly in Dubai.
And the trip here to Hong Kong, it's been, I think, beneficial for the horse. He seems to have matured and grown in stature even in the 3 or 4 weeks he's been here.
Yes, he still seemed to hang around the turn a little bit. He gave a bit of a, I don't know if you saw his head, it was cocking to look to run out. But once he got into straight, he led down well, and I think this trip just did him the world of good.
Everyone I've spoken to, all the media guys, rated that the best sprint field they'd seen here in Hong Kong. You'll be back again next year to have another crack at it?
Oh, definitely. Hopefully all goes well with him, and as he's going at the moment, we'll definitely be back.
After the break, we continue our look at the racing season 2010 from the Singapore Turf Club. Welcome back to our review of the 2010 racing season. With Rocket Man proving himself on the international stage in 2010, Singapore's other idol, Better Than Ever, returned to racing, looking to build on his 5 undefeated runs in 2009. With Sami Jamat out with a carryover suspension from 09, his best mate Better Than Ever was to start the new season without him. It was left to another wonder of 2010, Joe Moreira, to take the range on the emerging superstar in the first group race of the season, the Three Rings Trophy.
Fractures in the gates. Racing. Got them to a good start. Super Gold from the inside bounced the gates quickly with Tumbulgum. In third placing is Better Than Ever, then Gozy, and Noble Manor goes straight back to last after 200 metres. And of a leader, Super Gold, as expected, by a length and a quarter on Tumbulgum. Better Than Ever in McClear, he's right behind Tumbulgum. Noble Manor on the rails, and Gozy is one away at the tail. 5 lengths covers the 5 of them past the 1,000 in the Three Rings Trophy. And Super Gold is the leader by a length and a quarter on Tumbulgum. Better Than Ever a length and a half away third in the running line. Then Noble Manor to his inside, and Gozy still one away at the tail. Down the side, 650 to go. Super Gold going along at good sectionals. 2 lengths on Tumbulgum. Beasley's getting a little closer to this leader on Tumbulgum. Likewise Moreira on Better Than Ever. He's 3 lengths off the pace as they come towards the home bend. Noble Manor taking the shortcuts home. A length away to Gozy. Turning into the stretch, Super Gold the leader. Tumbulgum in second placing now. The moment of truth for Better Than Ever as he moves up on the outside. 300 to go. Super Gold with the kick. Tumbulgum, Better Than Ever really needs to dig deep, and then Noble Manor and Gozy. Moreira takes Better Than Ever to the lead. Super Gold, Tumbulgum's beaten, but Better Than Ever, the real Ferrari, puts the ears back close to the wire, and he'll score by 2 lengths. Great return by Better Than Ever. Super Gold outstanding to get second, then Tumbulgum.
With Simi back aboard, Better Than Ever followed up with brilliant wins in the Group 3 3-year-old sprints.
Better Than Ever has pulled wide as they turn into the long stretch. Now Good Striker was going to come out, but he's gone back towards the inside. Down to the 350 metre mark. Rally takes the lead, but Better Than Ever's got him covered fairly quickly on the outside. Rally and Better Than Ever, then Good Striker. Always Certain runs on, but with 200 metres to go. Better Than Ever takes the lead from Rally. Always Certain. The battle's on for the minors because it's Better Than Ever, and look at him go. How good does it get? Better Than Ever by 3 lengths on Always Certain. A neck away, Rally third.
And again in the 3-year-old classic.
300 out, Better Than Ever by 3 lengths. A la carte still staying on, then Always Certain battling to run a place. Rally, and then Merchant, but Better Than Ever, Simi is just pumping him along, and this is real horsepower as he sits up on him close to the wire. Better Than Ever scores by 6 lengths, and that's 8 out of 8. A la carte second, Merchant third.
As impressive as they were, his first 3 wins of 2010 were mere warm-ups for the most hyped and anticipated race of the season so far, the Group 1 Singapore Guineas.
They're racing in the Guineas, and Rally missed the start. On the other hand, Better Than Ever from the inside bounced the gates quickly. Now Simply Specials going forward with Zach Missile on the outside, and A La Carter's also up there in the early part. Tatara's in 5th placing. Right behind them, Not My Fault, Always Certain, Collect the Cash, Don't Tell the Wife, and Rally. Well, Better Than Ever's got too much power and speed, and he zooms through on the inside, 1,200 metres to go. He's there by a long neck on Zach Missile, pulling in 2nd placing. Then A La Carte, Tatara close up on the rails, right behind Better Than Ever. Then Not My Fault, Simply Special, Collect the Cash, obliged to race 3 deep as they pop around the 900 metre bend. In behind those, Don't Tell the Wife trying to go forward. Always Certain ridden quietly, and Rally after missing the starters back last about 9 lengths off Better Than Ever. 750 metres to go, and Better Than Ever the pilot by a length. Zach Missile given a push in 2nd placing. Tatara travels well. Then Collect the Cash and A La Carte, Simply Special. Not My Fault's a long way back with Don't Tell the Wife. Always Certain is on the rails, and Rally is last, turning into the straight. 450 to go, and Better Than Ever is the leader. Simi let the big horse roll, and he's gone 2 lengths in front on Zach Missile. The next one is Tatara, there followed by A La Carte, Collect the Cash, and then Not My Fault. This is where he really kicks in and pulverises the opposition. Better Than Ever, 200 metres to go, goes 5 lengths in front. Zach Missile, Rally is staying on, and then Always Certain, but look at him go, Better Than Ever. He's going to race away and win the Guineas in a hand canter by 5 lengths. Always Certain gets second, Zach Missile third.
There's always a smile on your face, Simi, but you must be absolutely thrilled to be associated with this horse.
I just want to thank the staff, Laurie Lexon, Shane, Elise, Sean, the farrier, and also not forgetting the physio, Lionel Woodward. They put in a lot of effort on this horse, and obviously Mr. Tang Wing Fei for giving me such a pleasure with this machine. I mean, it's a team effort, and they work hard with this horse, and they want him to be at the peak all the time. So they put in that extra effort, and well done to them.
It looked like he put in a bit of a short stride off the back. We're racing on the long bend. Did he try and duck over towards the short course?
Yeah, most generally horses do that, but I think he did that. He spoke on something, but then he gathered himself back again, and he composed himself and swallowed over from there.
You've gone just outside of Jolly Shinji record for the mile. There seemed to be a hell of a lot left in the tank.
Oh, plenty more. I mean, what he has to do is just to win. So I doesn't have to tax him. We're just going to nurse him all along, and he's going to be a very exciting horse next year when he's older. And I'm just looking forward to riding him all the way.
You won the first International Cup in 2000 with Uzo. You've ridden some great horses here in Singapore. Is this guy the best now?
Oh yeah, he's the best. He's better than ever.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a very good name, and it's good that he proved himself. He's better than ever.
Better Than Ever by French Deputy out of Songfest was purchased by astute trainer Laurie Laxon.
Laurie, how did you get hold of Better Than Ever?
I was at the Karaka sales, and I'd actually had my quota of horses. I think I'd bought about 10, and that's all I really needed for my clients. And anyway, my agent in New Zealand, Phil Cataldo, said, you better come and have a look at this French Deputy horse of the Bax families. And so I went and had a look at him because he'd been passed in. He's passed in at 90,000, and so I liked what I saw. He had all the good things, a lot of good things about him, and I couldn't get him to walk properly, but I liked what I saw, and so I negotiated with him, and I think we bought him for 80,000.
After a quick let-up, it was back to the track and his chance to equal the MRA record of 10 consecutive victories held by 95 Emperor in the Jumbo Jet Trophy.
Come on. Race number 10, starter sends them away now in the Jumbo Jet Trophy. Excuse my French, went straight back to the tail. Better Than Ever came away quickly with Cheyenne Dancer and also Big Maverick. Just off them, Powerful Ruler and Gozy, and over towards the inside, Good Feel, followed by Thundering Jet, then Waikato. Over on the fence is Limbs Fighter, then came the Hornet, and back of the tail is Excuse My French. Down the back they go, Better Than Ever. Hasn't been able to go to the fence here. He's in front and he'll go to the rails now over Cheyenne Dancer. Up on the outside, Powerful Ruler. Followed on the rails next of all by Big Maverick. Then came Good Feel. Gozy's been posted 3 wide. Followed between runners by Thundering Jet. Then came Limbs Fighter trying to sneak up on the inside. Thundering Jet might have got crowded for room there. They were followed by Waikato. Then came the Hornet. And back of the tail is Excuse My French. Down towards the bend they come. And Better Than Ever shows the way in the Jumbo Jet Trophy, out by a length and 3/4. Over on the inside is Big Maverick, followed by Cheyenne Dancer, Powerful Ruler. Then came behind them Good Feel, Limbs Fighter. To the outside, Waikato and Gozy. Inside the final 300. And Saibi went for home on the champ, Better Than Ever. Out by 3 lengths over Big Maverick, Powerful Ruler. Waikato is trying to run on, but Better Than Ever's well clear. Better Than Ever, the 4-year-old. He's undefeated. He's a millionaire, and it's only the beginning. He wins his 10th straight win, Better Than Ever, by 4 lengths over Waikato in second, then Gozy.
Better Than Ever was indeed dominant in all of his victories so far in 2010. Laxon then set him for a shot at immortality and his 11th straight win in the Group 1 Panasonic Kranji Mile, the first leg of the famous Singapore Triple Crown.
All set. Racing now. Good even break too. Away quickly was Waikato and also Better Than Ever. Cheyenne Dancer on the outside with Any Humour and Always Certain's going forward in the early part. Waikato taken hold of, now drifting back. Gozy with him from Intercept, What Shy, Thundering Jet. Then came Telltale. Getting back in the field was Big Maverick, Dravetti. And last of all is Gold Chats. On the course proper now, 1,200 metres to go. And Cheyenne Dancer went to the lead. Robbie Fred trying to settle. It's out by 2 lengths. Over in second, Any Humour. Better Than Ever settling nicely third. Over on the outside of it, 3 deep is Waikato. Gozy between runners, then Intercept. They were followed by Always Certain at the 1,000. Thundering Jet, then What Shy, Big Maverick, Telltale, Dravetti, and well back last of all is Gold Chats. Off the back they come. Cheyenne Dancer shows the way in the Panasonic Kranji mile at the 800. Little length and a quarter over Waikato in second, then Better Than Ever travelling strongly. To his outside is the big guy, Any Humour. Then came Gozy on the improve, Intercept the inside. Always Certain between runners from Thundering Jet, Travetti, Wachai. Well back as they turn, Big Maverick, then Telltale, and Gold Chat's back at the rear. On the bend they come, Cheyenne Dancer joined by Waikato. Gozy up on the outside. Now Simon gets busy on the favourite, needs a bit of room with Better Than Ever as Waikato went to the lead. 300 metres to go. Waikato's out by 2. Simon had to stop riding on Better Than Ever. It's in a bit of trouble. It's trying to pick up here. Gozy down the outside is Always Certain. Waikato in front. Better Than Ever and Gozy are coming at it, but Waikato in front. Better Than Ever digs deeper than he's ever dug, and he got there. A remarkable win by Better Than Ever. Gets in a neck over Waikato and Gozy. They were followed by
Simon, well done. Second winner of the day, but more importantly, you've got the record on this horse. But gee, we all had our hearts in our mouth with about 100 metres to go.
Oh, I don't know where I got my heart in. And, you know, he was boxing all the way. Obviously, there's some tactics to beat him. Well, I can't blame them. They can do their best. But and in a very nice position, actually. But what made it awkward was Waikato. And I expected that, you know, he's always going to roll in. That's why I want to make my move earlier. I wait for him to roll in onto the fence, then I make my move. Because no, I know him, I know Waikato very well. As soon as you use the stick, he'll go back right inside now. So I just have to wait for him to commit that, and let's go. But I thought, you know, it takes a special horse to do that, and in any other circumstances, no one can pick Waikato up, you know, but he's so special.
What was your gut feeling? And be honest with us. Did you think he was going to win with about 150 metres to go?
Yeah, when I pulled the stick to the left, and I could see that, you know, he just opens up, you know, like a good horse under me and like a machine, you know. He just was eating up the ground. And 50 metres from home, I thought we were going to get him.
And finally, what does it mean for you to be associated with a superstar like this?
Well, you know, what's kind of describe how I'm feeling right now is I'm so blessed, you know. Throughout my life, you know, I've always been associated with such wonderful athletes, sort of a horse, you know. BM Uzo, Fisher, our Aristotle, 95 Emperor, and now Better Than Ever. Not forgetting Mexican Rose as well. No? So, tell you what, you know, just someone's looking after me from up there.
After a close call on the mile, Better Than Ever took to the 1800 metres of the Visit Indonesia Raffles Cup with ease.
all in ready to run. The Visit Indonesia Raffles Cup. Go there racing at the 1800 metres, and Better Than Ever began cleanly on the inside as Superb. Gozy right there. Going forward, Cheyenne Dancer on the outside. Escamonda coming across. They were followed by Waikato, then Intercept. Ridden along just to take up a spot is Thundering Jet from New Rosewood. Then came Dravetti, Always Certain, Big Maverick, Telltale, Ravagers, and last of all is Gold Chats. On the course proper, 1400 metres to go, and Superb has taken the lead here over Cheyenne Dancer, and they try and ease the speed. Up on the outside, trying to slot across now is Escamonda, followed by Better Than Ever. Well, he's got off the fence, Simi. Segozi is 3 wide, followed by Thundering Jet, then Waikato. Next of all is Intercept, Travetti the inside, New Rosewood. A length and a half to Telltale, then came Big Maverick. The inside is Always Certain, Ravagers well back, and last of all is Gold Chats. Off the back they come, inside 1,000 metres to go, and Cheyenne Dancer for Place. Going up to put a bit of pressure on Superb. They're out by a length and 3/4 over Escamonda in third position. They were followed by Gozy, then came Thundering Jet. Now Better Than Ever, the champ, is in the clear, racing in 6th position, followed by Intercept going around the outside of Waikato, followed then by New Rosewood on the improve as they come to the bend from Dravetti. Out wider then as they turn for home was Telltale. Big Maverick, Always Certain, saving ground on the inside, then Ravagers and Gold Chats into the straight. Escamonda has gone up on the outside to tackle Cheyenne Dancer. Superb is dropping off on the inside. Here comes the big guy, Better Than Ever down the outside. Gozy and Waikato are just off them, and Intercept beginning to run on quite nicely with New Rosewood. Better Than Ever took the lead in the Visit Indonesia Raffles Cup. Broke up the lead here over Escamonda and Waikato. That's 12 straight for Better Than Ever. 3 Group 1s, and he wins the Visit Indonesia Raffles Cup like he won his restricted maiden very, very easily. He bolts in. Waikato gets up for second. Third across the line was Escamonda.
With A+ on his report card for all assignments, Better Than Ever was aimed at the final leg of the Triple Crown, the Longines Singapore Gold Cup. He was allotted 60 kilos under the handicap conditions and gave weight and experience to many of his rivals. If drawing barrier 10 wasn't bad enough, the heavens opened on Cup Day and the task that had eluded every other Triple Crown contender over the years proved insurmountable.
Around, but the cup goes to Risky Business and Steve Burridge. Risky Business by 2, second tight Telltale or Big Maverick.
Better Than Ever's finished well back. Better Than Ever bowed out of 2010 with his first defeat, but with no doubt more wins to come in 2011. We'll be back with more of our season review very soon. Welcome back to our review of racing season 2010. And with Laurie Laxon's Better Than Ever dominating the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, it was fitting that the third leg was to be won by a man who in 2010 Laxon would pass over the baton to as Singapore's leading trainer, Steve Burridge. Steve, in 2010, big year?
Yes, I started off a bit slow. For the first couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I didn't have a winner, and sort of. I thought I had quite a few, promising horses coming through, but then after that, things started to roll along, and I got a few winners, and then it was probably it all started the ball rolling when I had 5 winners at one of the meetings, which was a big, great thrill really to get 5 winners, and I think I had a couple of seconds. It was probably a bit unlucky I didn't get a couple more, but and then further on during the year, I had another 2 lots of 4 winners in at the one race meeting. So to sort of do that. It sort of really got me rolling, and I've had a lot of not new owners, but owners that have been supporting me for the last couple of years, but they bought a bit better horses for me and gave them to me. I've had great support this year and better quality horses, and it's shown out. As the years gone on, I've sort of been able to sort of get winners right throughout the year, which is great.
They're set. They're racing in the cup. Away quickly from the inside is Big Maverick, also My Drumbeat, Zach Missile being heeled up, and Watch Eye is going forward. Escamonda out wide, coming across with Intercept. New Rosewood trying to take a trail. Just off them, Better Than Ever. Caught out a shade wide as they go into the first corner. Big Maverick drop back, followed by Ravagers. White Cato a little wide, 3 deep into the first turn. Then Telltale, they were followed by Morris Chutrillo. Thundering Jet down on the inside from Risky Business, and last of all as they go towards the back in the cup is Pina Colada. Escamonda's got across to the lead for Robbie Fred. Shows the way as they work up the side towards the back over Zach Missile. He's in the breeze second. Watch Eye third the fence. Intercept inclined to over race is out 3 deep going forward. Followed by My Drumbeat between horses. Then came New Rosewood 3 wide but with cover. Over on the fence, Big Maverick settling beautiful at the 1400 metres. Followed by Ravagers, Telltale. Now Better Than Ever's back a long way here. Back further than it's ever been, I'd reckon. It's only got about 6 behind it. They are Morris Chutrillo, Thundering Jet, Risky Business, Waikato, and last of all is Pina Colada. About to work from the back. They've got 1100 metres to go in the Longines Singapore Gold Cup, and Escamonda makes plays. They're about to come off the back over Zach Missile. Watch Eye the inside. Taking off his Ravagers. Yendel set of the light as they come off the back straight here at the 950. Just in behind it is Intercept, followed by My Drumbeat and New Rosewood. Then came Big Maverick, well back, Better Than Ever under pressure. To his inside is Telltale, Risky Business, Thundering Jet, Morris Chutrillo, then Waikato, and last of all dropping out Pina Colada on the bend, and Escamonda shows the way at the 600. Ravagers goes up to eyeball him in the cup as they turn. Zach Missile trying to peel off their back, followed in behind them then by Watch Eye. Coming into it now is Big Maverick. He's produced nicely, and back in behind that pack is Telltale, Escamonda, and Ravagers inside the final 300. But here's Big Maverick. Big Maverick lurches down the outside. Telltale is getting through. Big Maverick went to the lead in the cup, getting through Risky Business. Telltale trying to chase it down. Big Maverick in front, but here's Boss on Risky Business. Risky Business went by it. Telltale finishes on grandly. Big Maverick stays around, but the cup goes to Risky Business and Steve Burridge. Risky Business by 2, second tight Telltale or Big Maverick.
Stephen Burridge is about to join us. A huge thrill for Singapore's leading trainer, and he's won the Singapore Gold Cup. Well done, Stephen. What a huge thrill.
It was great. I've had a great year, and to win this, and Glenn to come over, and Julie, my wife, all my stable, my sister and brother-in-law are here. It's been just fantastic. It's planned to try and win this race. Earlier in the year when I went to KL, I thought, well, maybe, get him with a lightweight, and, the handicappers, handicap races, you've got to have the lightweights if they've got a bit of ability. And when the rain came, he'd never been on a wet track, but the Skywatch, their wet trackers, Limbs Fighter, which is out of the same mare, Skywatch, it's a wet tracker, and Danehill Dancers love the wet, so I just had my fingers crossed, and And Glenn just rode it so well. You know, from that barrier, I just said, mate, it's up to you. Just go across behind and just get a drag through the race. And, you know, he never left the fence. You know, it was a great run, you know, great ride and just great for everybody.
Well, the Gold Cup is certainly the pinnacle of achievement for the local open company horses. However, if you own a smart 4-year-old, the year centres around just one race, the Emirates Singapore Derby, run in July. Race Ahead staked his claim to being the brightest staying 4-year-old in Singapore with a tough and grinding victory over another Derby contender, Gold Chats, in the QE2 Cup.
After him, and here's Goldie. Gold Chats, Dravetti is running on together with Ravagers. Gold Chats loomed up on the outside. Race Ahead and Gold Chats, then Ravagers, Dravetti running on. Race Ahead, Gold Chats on the outside. Race Ahead holding Gold Chats, and Race Ahead wins it by a half a...
Gold Chats had started 2010 with wins in the Woodlands Classic.
Gold Chats punched right out by Jurek, going to win it by 4. Second
and the Fortune Bowl.
Gold Chats in front. Breadwinners trying to get their Eldorado out wider, but Gold Chats is going to survive. Gold Chats.
Other prominent 4-year-olds were Gozy, who was breathtaking in the Stewards Cup.
He's back. Super Gold down the outside, followed by Intercept, and Gozy pushing him out of the way, getting into the clear. Race Ahead can't go on with it. Escamonda over Super Gold, but here's Gozy. Intercept down the outside, but Gozy's flown past them. Gozy explodes away from Intercept running to second, and a brilliant win in the Stewards Cup to Gozy. Gozy by 3.5.
And Intercept, who held out a spirited challenge from top man New Rosewood in the final Derby lead-up, the Patrons Bowl.
Super Gold got the start. Derayman out wide. Powerful Ruler kicks up. Escamonda is 4th. They're followed by Intercept and Race Ahead. Gozy. He's just going to get him back in behind them to try and obtain some cover as New Rosewood strides forward of him on the outside. And then Feline Groovy the rails. Ravagers 3 lengths away to Samurai Phoenix, and High Noon a further 2 away at the tail. 1100 metres to go, and Powerful Ruler goes on top by a length on Super Gold. Derayman, Escamonda. 5th the rails is Intercept, followed by New Rosewood. She's trekking deep as they thunder around the top bend. In between them is Race Ahead, and they're followed by Feline Groovy. Gozy settles a lot better. He's in the running line. He's got cover about 6 lengths off the lead. Ravagers, High Noon on the rails, and back last is Samurai Phoenix as they come towards the 700 metre mark. Powerful Ruler the leader by 3 parts of a length on Super Gold. Derayman out wide, and then Intercept with a nice trail. Escamonda, New Rosewood very deep. Then Feline Groovy, followed by Race Ahead as they pop around the home bend. Now Gozy. Simon's about to give him his head. He's got about 6 lengths to make up. Then High Noon, followed by Samurai Phoenix and Ravagers. Down to the 350 metre mark. Super Gold takes the lead away from Powerful Ruler. New Rosewood, Escamonda, Intercept, and Gozy's under the whip. Hasn't quite got the sprint of last time, but he's looming up on the outside. Super Gold is the leader. Gozy's coming after Super Gold. Intercept comes through in the centre. Gozy on the outside. New Rosewood, Intercept. Intercept gets there by a neck on New Rosewood. Gozy's finished 3rd, although he's in a photo with Super Gold. Then Powerful Ruler, followed by Samurai Phoenix running on. Feline Groovy, Ravagers, Escamonda, Race Ahead, High Noon and Derayman.
After all the talk, all the lead-up races, the 2010 Emirates Singapore Derby looked to be an absolute beauty, with the cream of Singapore's 4-year-olds lining up in July for the $1 million event. In the end, it was a masterstroke from trainer Bruce Marsh, who applied the blinkers to the son of Al Akbar, and Race Ahead stole the show.
New Rosewood stands up well. Gates open, they're off and running, and Taryn Carley was a little bit slow to get going. Super Gold's going for the early lead with Race Ahead and Escamonda. Powerful Rulers out wide. New Rosewood cuts back to be in about 5th position. Over on the rails, Noble Manor as Ronnie Stewart tries to settle in, but he's taking charge. In behind those horses, My Drum Beat, followed by Samurai Phoenix. The next one is Hazardous Pina Colada, and Phantom Knight kicks up on the rails. Then All Elusive. Ravagers is back 4th last in the Derby. Intercept went back, he's 3rd last. Taryn Carley on the rails, and the last one is Zach Pete at Super Gold, the leader as they head towards the back. In front by about a half a length, but here comes Escamonda. Escamonda taking Super Gold on to the lead as they head to the back stretch. A length and a half away to Race Ahead into the box seat 3rd. A further 2 lengths to Powerful Ruler. Noble Manor settles better. He's 5th over on the rails, and then New Rosewood being passed by My Drum Beat. The gallop is very strong. A couple of lengths away to Phantom Knight. Samurai Phoenix Phoenix on his outside. Ravages back on the rails inside of Pina Colada. The next one is Intercept trying to go forward 3 deep. Then has it Tarrant Carley. A long way back, All Elusive and Zach Beat it at the rear. 800 metres to go. Escamonda is on the outside. He's got his neck in front of Super Goal. Race ahead right there in third placing at the 600 metres mark. A couple of lengths away to Powerful Ruler. They're followed by Noble Manor. Interceptors coming up on the outside. Just inside him is My Drum Beat, followed by New Rosewood. He's hooked Samurai Phoenix to the outside with Ravages as they turn into the straight. Race ahead goes to the lead. Race ahead kicks a couple of lengths clear. Powerful Rulers in second placing. Intercept starts a run. Phantom Knight, New Rosewood, and Ravages is unwinding on the outside. Race ahead and Powerful Ruler. Race ahead with a kick. Powerful Ruler, New Rosewood, Intercept, My Drum Beat. Ravages on the outside. Race ahead, here's Rosie. New Rosewood coming after Race ahead. Race ahead holding New Rosewood, and Race ahead wins the Derby. New Rosewood second, third probably Intercept.
A filly had created a big impression, having been undefeated in 2009. Unfortunately, Mexican Rose suffered her first loss at her first up run in 2010.
He dives a Tuxedo Moon,
but was quickly back on top with victories in the newly transferred to the Polytrack Merlion Trophy and Kranji Sprint.
400 metres to go. He's out by a length and a half on Tumbogum. Mexican Rose is third, and they're followed by Capablanca back on the rails. The next one is Fantastic Owners and Entini. Tuxedo Moon defying them. Mexican Rose on the outside, Tumbogum, and then Capablanca. The filly Mexican Rose. She moved up on the outside. She takes the lead away from Tumbogum, and it's Mexican Rose just in front. Tumbogum can't catch her, and the Princess Mexican Rose gets there for Simi by a half a length on Tumbogum. Tuxedo Moon was third, fourth over, and then Golden Number as they swing into the home straight. And behind those is Capablanca. Waikato's a long way back with Perfect Sky and Smoke and Joe on the outside, then Pacific Gift down to the 300 metre mark, and Mexican Rose, she's kicked away by a couple of lengths on Tumbogum, and just in behind those horses Dr. Lemon staying on, then Antini, Perfect Sky down the outside, and then Waikato. But can they catch the Rose? Mexican Rose full of running. Dr. Lemon, Antini on the outside, but Mexican Rose is responding. Dr. Lemon can't pick her up, nor can Entini, and it's the Princess again. Mexican Rose by a length on Dr. Lemon, then Entini.
By mid-year, the daughter of Oxrad and Downview was retired and sent to Australia for a life of luxury, and with the hope of producing a son or daughter with her qualities. While the focus of Pat Shaw's season was centred on Rocketman, he enjoyed another successful season with a top 3 finish in the Trainers' Premiership. A highlight, no doubt, was victory with his old mate Fred Krabbier with the recent South African import Thundering Jet in the Group 2 Chairman's Trophy.
And last of all is the Hornet. 400 metres to go, and Superb joined by Any Humour. Any Humour in search of back-to-back Chairman's Trophy. He got out by a length over Superb. Thundering Jet now Intercept getting through. Waikato brought to the extreme outside with the Hornet. It's Any Humour in front. Thundering Jet, the former South Africans coming after him. Any Humour in front, trying to get there. Thundering Jet on the outside. He's finishing well. Any Humour, Thundering Jet. Thundering Jet the outside pokes his nose in front, and a big win second up. Thundering Jet takes out the Chairman's Trophy by a neck over Any Humour. A gap away to third Intercept. Just ahead of us, they've gone across the line. The Hornet running well, then Pina Colada. They were followed next in by Superb, then Waikato, and back at the tail of proceedings was Cheyenne Dancer along with Tarrant Carley.
With 2-year-olds becoming more highly promoted in Singapore, the Magic Millions Juvenile Championship seems to be getting bigger and better every season. A host of quality youngsters lined up in the $200,000 contest in 2010, but one was to prove superior to all, the Bruce Marsh-trained Gingerbread Man.
Starter sends him in the Magic Millions Juvenile Championship, and Rotorua along with Gusta Rico came away quickly. Gingerbread Man with some speed out wide with Fuku Ichiban and Strata Star Smiling Bee hard ridden. Good future making ground over on the inside as Vorster tries to sneak across with Gingerbread Man. He's had to go back on the favourite, picking up ground Medic Code over on the inside of Big River. Now Gingerbread Man's back fifth from last, behind him Aradio along with Top Priority. Over on the inside Top Venture, and back at the tail is Chapter 1. Down before the bend, and Rico shows the way at the 600 over Rotorua. Over on the inside, Good Future, then Fuku Ichiban, Strata Star, Gingerbread Man moving up on the outside, Big River Medico the inside, then Top Priority. Well back is Smiling Bee, Top Venture as they race in. Rico over Rotorua, Good Future out in the middle, Gingerbread Man, Strata Star are running on, and Big River looking for room between them. Rotorua strikes the lead here. Gingerbread Man, Strata Star are down the outside. It's Gingerbread Man going up on the outside of Rotorua. He's done it tough from the outside, but they can't catch him. He's the Gingerbread Man, and he races away in the Magic Millions. Gingerbread Man over Rotorua, close for third, Top Priority or Strata Star.
One of the more memorable feature race victories of the year came in the Group 3 Committee's prize when perennial bridesmaid Always Certain broke through with a paralysing finishing burst from last on the bend.
Then came Big Maverick, Waikato together. Goes the long way back with Keep Away. Thundering Jet Always Certain needs a lot of luck. And down the outside comes Intercept inside the funnel. 300 metres now, and Any Humour goes up on the outside of Lamborghini Flame. New Rosewood joined them very quickly. He runs on. Waikato just off them. Powerful Ruler getting through, but New Rosewood hits the lead. Always Certain emerges. He bursts between Gozy and New Rosewood, and Always Certain's come from last on the bend and has bolted away. Always Certain wins it by a length and a quarter over Gozy and New Rosewood. Big Maverick ran on for fourth.
Run a week before the Gold Cup, the E.W. Barker Sprint is one of Singapore's most respected races. With Group 2 status and $350,000 on offer, a crack field was assembled. Luck would no doubt play a part, but after drawing barrier 13, the injury-plagued 7-year-old gelding Any Humour would need more than luck. It came by way of a riding gem from John Powell.
All set. Racing in the E.W. Barker Trophy away in a pretty neat line too. Lamborghini Flame is poking forward along with Maple Star. Goodfield's going to be right there and going up Flying West. Over on the inside Intini, Amadeus Mozart coming across. Also going forward in the early part is Powerful Ruler, Villain not too far away. They will follow then by Amadeus. Next of all at least is Fantastic Owners, Merchant the outside from Dravetti. A couple of links away to Any Humour, then Limbs Fighter, and 2 links away last of all is Thundering Jet. About to come from the back in the Barker and Lamborghini Flame led. He's out by 2 lengths over Amadeus Mozart. Intini with his big weight is sneaking through on the inside a good field. They were followed by Maple Star, Villain the inside. Next of all Powerful Ruler. He hasn't got in. Flying West is being ridden along before the bend. Then came Dravetti. Over on the outside is Merchant, Fantastic Owners, Any Humour a long way back, followed by Limbs Fighter and Thundering Jet. For home they come. 400 metres to go and Lamborghini Flame led. And Tini over on his back gets into the clear now, followed by Good Feel. Amadeus Mozart, Dravetti trying to finish on. Merchant is down the outside, and Any Humour, the big guy, getting right up on the inside. Lamborghini Flame joined by Intini. Any Humour getting through on the inside. A Merchant down the outside, and Limbs Fighter runs on. Any Humour hit the lead. Merchant, Limbs Fighter, Dravetti is late. Any Humour in front, Limbs Fighter out wide on the track, Dravetti between them, but Any Humour in a massive upset. Any Humour gets up to score. Limbs Fighter might be second. Tight.
With Singapore boasting 2 of the best horses in the world, Rocket Man and Better Than Ever, we can also lay claim to one of the hottest jockeys on the planet. Joe Magic Moreira took the nation by storm in 2010, eclipsing Noel Callow's Singapore and Simi Jamat's MRA riding records. A flying visit to Western Australia and victory in the Perth International Jockeys Series and a Hong Kong's International Jockeys Challenge at the end of the year cemented Moreira as one of the most talked about riders in the business.
But here comes Magic Moxie. Is this the 100 for Moreira? Shining Glory led, but Magic Moxie in the final 100 metres back has grabbed the lead now, and Magic Moreira, the Brazilian marble, brings up the 100 in grand fashion.
Well clear for Moreira. There's win number 107. Jewel trying to peg him back and also triggered.
Rapido Star with 100 metres to go. It's absolutely dashed away here for Moreira. Has gone 4 in front.
Joe, season 2010, it's been a great year for you.
Of course, I must be very proud to have so many winners and good result. I feel like that is because I've been having support from good trainers and good owners also. They has been putting me in nice horses, and I feel like that's why I'm getting so many winners.
Has it surprised you how successful you've been in 2010?
Of course, I'm very surprised because on the beginning I wasn't expecting too much like how I had.
What about all the records that have come your way? You've ridden the most winners in Singapore and also the most winners on the MRA circuit. It's been a great year.
Wow, I feel very happy for that. I wasn't looking for it, but if come, of course, make me very happy.
And what about 2011? What are the plans? Continue to keep riding as many as you can?
Well, only what I can promise you, I will continue giving my best.
As I said at the start of the hour, what a year of racing here in Singapore. And with some of the best horses, trainers and jockeys residing in Singapore, and with 95 meetings scheduled for 2011, the new year is sure to be a beauty. I'm Craig Evans. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon at the Singapore Turf Club.